Good. Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, fix the data sources. I don't know if it's going to be visible. Will it? Let me just do this. Yeah, so I had to make sure that with my Grafana dashboard, we're able to see to get where the data source is. So in the application that I have right now, I have a PostgreSQL database giving us data. Obviously, you do need a database, and obviously, red is for caching, so it's caching the data that's being queried from the Postgres, and then we also have the Prometheus, which is monitoring everything. So, yeah. So what I'm gonna do now, building the dashboards and trying to, yeah. Anyways, wait a minute. Yeah, I'm just doing this boring DevOps stuff. But the idea is, those who know my channel, they will know that my idea is I want to turn a junior dev or an intern into a senior dev, or at least have senior dev skills, because you don't want to be in a position where now you're competing with everyone and you don't have a job and all those kind of things. So you must have those senior dev skills, and yeah, they'll set you apart from everyone else. Yeah. Yeah, for those that have just joined, I have my Grafana dashboard here, and I also have my Prometheus dashboard on. Yeah, let me see if I can. Okay, it's not found. Why not? Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. And I knew that was not going to happen. So my data sources, but I do have. Oh, I'm supposed to run my. But it is running. It is running. So what is the issue? Let me run it. Okay, it's not running. 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 Let me test my Redis. Okay, I have to fix that. That's why I couldn't build. Okay, I'm not even expecting that to run, because without the database, what did I just do? No, I don't need that. So my RCD is running. Did I log in? fix this. Let me go to the metrics. Why do I have any point placeholders to me? Okay, wait, let me refresh this, but yeah, I'm not really to. The info, yeah, I see that. Build that. What's that? Blank breakpoints. You kidding me? Okay, never mind. Yeah, let me run that again. Let me run it again. Run it again. Do I have a new port? Are you giving me a new port, or I'm still using the old one? Using a JQ. Wait, let me open this. Let me first open it, see what's happening inside. It has been mapped. It's been configured. How to explore is no issues. Oh wait, let me do this. Where go doc, because kind of a dev works in light mode. We can close that. No need for that. Okay, cool. I hope that's not better. Where was I? Where was I? Yeah, I was here. So we could see that. Okay, cool. Is the Nginx running? Yes, it's already running. Microphone running. Where are you, Grafana? Okay, that's that. But why isn't that being logged in? Why isn't that being logged in? Let me open Safari. Why isn't that being logged in? Boom, 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 boom. Do I have to do this? Or do I... okay. Let me save that as what? Night again. Let me refresh it. There's no data. Interesting. We'll discard that because I don't understand what it's all about. Discard, of course. go to Grafana. Import. And then do what? Hmm. Hmm. Okay, there's literally nothing here. Okay, fine. Even though you see that, I don't know if, anyways, you're going to see the name of the application, it doesn't matter. So this is what I already have. I've imported the dashboards and stuff like that. You can see what OS I'm using. It's Linux, right? The Node API is actually running on that. So yeah, you can see that the infra there and the app, blah 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 blah. It doesn't matter. Anyways, whatever. I need it on the dashboard. Changes. What did I change? I deleted that. Why did I delete it? Because it wasn't showing, is it? Okay, wait. Let me just. Let me say the node plus infra. Save that. We also go there. Go to all the dashboards. Database. Kubernetes influx and telegraph metrics. No. Argo CD. Yes. Argo CD. Copy this. Oh, by the way, I am in Grafana, so what am I doing exactly? I'm a funny guy. What am I doing? RCD. Okay, it's fine. Refresh. New dashboard, import, save dashboard. It's cool for me. Let's call it something random. Okay, yes, yes, I was actually looking for you. I will. Um, Prometheus, 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 Prometheus. Yeah, it actually is that. Don't know why I was not. No metrics found. That's crazy. What do you mean? Okay, Prometheus, where are you? You are here, so what do you mean? I do not understand. You are here, and then when? Why are you being funny right now? Because you are here. No alerts found. And this, you are displaying stuff. Okay, you know. Oh, now I understand. Yeah, that's the problem. Okay, wait, you have got to go. You gotta go. Yes, you gotta go. You're disturbing me. But you are here. Okay, successful. Yes. What do you mean now? I can visualize that. The idea was, okay, can I refresh you? Yeah, because the data is coming from you. Wait on metrics. Oh yeah, that's my Grafana dashboard. It's displaying all the metrics that are coming from Prometheus. So you will appreciate. Oh, wait, let me just. Let me turn this camera around. Flip camera. Okay, cool. Yeah, wait, let me just do this. Yep. So these are the metrics that I actually coming from the app that I was just building just now. Oh, okay. For some reason, why isn't okay? I'll have to figure that part out. These ones. It's interesting. Okay, okay. Oh, I'm not using a VM, of course. I'm just using my own thing, so I didn't. Yeah, 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 it makes sense. Okay, cool stuff. Excuse me. So, for those that don't understand, this is what was actually happening. Okay, I hope this will be visible. Let me just switch this off for now. Okay, so what what I did was I first okay, I was building it. Okay, because one of the things that I realized is that there'll be times where you try building it and it doesn't really, you think it works and it doesn't really do what you want it to do and stuff like that. So I had to rebuild it again until it did what I wanted it to do. So now we're in a position where we're able to, when I make this curl command, and I'm able to get what I want out of it. So that's the idea. So when I was actually doing these things, and whilst wait, I was running Docker. So these are the containers that I already have of it. I have my Argo CD container here, and then these are the other app. These are the app containers and stuff like that. So those that understand, wait, let me wipe the camera. Yeah, it's much clearer now. So those that understand DevOps, they will understand why it's not part of the app containers, because this is simply just the for deployment. Argo CD is meant for deployment, and so the only containers that are running within the app are simply just for the Postgres, the Redis, the Prometheus, the Grafana, the Nginx, and then the app container itself, because that's the name of that's where it's coming from, GitHub, where I've already pushed up the code. So when I push it up, what happens is when the containers start spinning up, first the server will spin it up, and then the database will spin up after connecting with the server, and then we will have monitoring. And by the way, like I said, our Redis is meant for caching, so it's actually whatever queries that we're making from Postgres, they'll be cached out here. So yeah, it's then we have our deployment here. So when these are running after being deployed, they'll be reflected here. So wait, let me go back to GitHub. Okay, yeah, it's actually running. So I'm just going to my GitHub. I was actually just testing out the dependabot thing here, and it's not really what I wanted it to do. Oh, by the way, it's a Nest JS, Nest. I'm not using what do others normally use? I keep forgetting. There's a lot out there, man. So whatever the heck. So what I have, my deployment pipeline. So I'm simply just going to. I'll have to fix this part because it's actually meant for my for this, so I have to figure out this part. I simply just bypassed it because it was meant to, I'll show you, it was meant to push it as an artifact like that. There's this file that was meant to be pushed as an artifact, which is this, it was supposed to be pushed as an artifact. I don't know why, because it actually ran here, and then after running it, it was meant to, upload the results that are coming from sync. Yeah, so I'm not sure why this file, actually, it's actually this file that's causing that warning actually there. So it was meant to after sync runs, wait, let me just do this. Import it, because this is actually my after it runs. So the results that are coming from this were actually supposed to form this file here. So when this file forms, and then it is pushed as an artifact there. So I'm not sure why we got that. So meaning that possibly I'll have to check what's going on with snick somewhere or something of the sort. I don't know why. So that it produces this file. So yeah, because from here you can see that it was actually running. I'm not sure why. Wait, let me just check this out again. Wait for processing, uploading the results. So yeah, it was validate. So you see, it was what was it validating? So that's the thing that I have to figure out. But then, of course, one of the things that I saw was that this file is actually generated from an enterprise thing, but I don't know. So it was there, so I don't know why it's giving this warning and all that. So GitHub will have to explain why. So, anyways, where was I again? So simply just speaking about okay, the deployment pipelines. So okay, never mind. So continuous deployment, this is where I think this should be where I have okay. So what I did with my pipeline is if I'm deploying it to a staging environment, it will simply skip this side of things. But if I'm deploying it to a production, it will then skip this side of things. So yeah, I'm sure you can see that I simply just used a placeholder sort of a thing to simply just simulate. I cannot really simulate per se. Oh, wait, let me just open it so that you see what I mean. So yeah, that's the idea. So there's no way I was gonna deploy things like that and in a placeholder kind of environment, because I mean I don't even need to make you understand why. So we're simply just checking what this is, if this will behave in the manner that we want it to behave, so that hence that's why I was using um, the Docker desktop here to actually see. Oops, wait, which thingy was I speaking about? Blah 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 blah. Yeah. So cool. So that when I open this for one, it'll let me know that the application is actually running. So if the application is actually running, is the server itself running? So you can see that it is running because it's ready for startup here, right? And you can see that indeed it was running. So it's a matter of stopping it, or you can simply stop it from the terminal. It doesn't matter. But for the sake of being for having senior software engineering skills, so we would always want to have, you want to use the terminal all the time. It shouldn't be graphical all the time. So we also have our Grafana container running here. Hence, we have this, right? Hence, we're able to have these metrics being reflected here. And then we have our Prometheus container. It's actually running, so you can see it's even reflecting that there was something that was there, so it was actually managing it. So blah blah blah, it doesn't matter. Hence, we have our Prometheus. Where is it? Prometheus. I had it. It was showing somewhere. Oh, it's actually the Prometheus dashboard. Ignore this one. So yeah, Prometheus is collecting all the metrics. Hence, then after collecting the metrics, it then pushes it to Grafana. So that's one thing you must know when you're monitoring whatever it is, when you're monitoring your application, you need Prometheus and Grafana to work together, because Prometheus will simply just collect the data, and then Grafana will display the data that's being collected by Prometheus. So that's one thing you need to know, and it's part of. I think it's part of the AWS, one of the AWS exams. So you must know that when you're going to use Grafana, you okay when you about how do I put this? You can use Prometheus, but how are you going to visualize this data? You need Grafana. You can use Grafana, but what are you going to use to collect the data? You need Prometheus, or you can use another, depending. You can use either of these, but most of the time it's always wise to use Grafana and Prometheus to have that. I also have the Prometheus thingy opened here, so that we can see it, so that we can see that indeed it is collecting data, the data that's coming from the app that's already running here. So yeah, okay. What else am I missing? Oh, one of the things you should be very, very comfortable with utilizing Argo CD, right? It's very, very important. Wait, I just need to push. There's something I need to push. Push, and then push. No, no. There's some code changes that I'm trying to push, because I'm actually pushing these code changes that came about, as that they were part of the data sources. So one of the reasons why we're able to see this is because of these new code changes that I was doing here. So I need to push that, and then try and dashboards. Okay, yeah, data sources. Yeah, so yeah, this is what I was actually speaking about. It's the data sources that I was utilizing, data sources and dashboards. So the information that you see here is a result of these new code changes that I was making here. Hence, that's what I'm trying to push. I'm also trying to see if these code changes are not something that will where is this part that I want? Yeah, obviously I'm trying to see if when I push them I won't be in a position where I'm just touching these things around. I haven't touched them in a while, so it's actually waiting for it actually. That's very interesting. It's waiting for these new changes. Well, no, not waiting actually, because I've already pushed some of the files, so hence that's why it's actually reflecting this way, like that. So let me push the rest. Push you, push, and then push documentation. I need that. Okay. Git pull. Okay, looks like I have a Git conflict a bit. to sort this out. Where was I? No, it was like this. Let me turn this on here a bit. Yeah, there's a good conflict that I need to. New branch. Why? Okay. No, not you. Now I see what's happening. No, I'm not going to allow you. You have a pull request here. Okay, wait, git fetch. Git fetch. Origin. Okay. But it was not merged, so what is the issue? Repaste that. So now I can git push. No, yeah, that's simply just that's something that I committed, that I'd staged, and I forgot to push it. So I simply just rebased it, and then yeah, it's sorted now. So now let's see what happens. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to run for. Wait, let me move this to here. Yeah, let me show you that file exactly. That was acting funny. Yeah, it's still acting funny even now, and I'm not sure why it is not synced up. But I'll investigate it in terms of why that is happening. So probably, yeah, I'll figure it out though. I usually never let anything upload yet. This is the job actually. I'll try and figure this part out, why it's happening like this. So yeah, try and figure that part out. And then okay, that's still running. I think that was done. Oh, okay. Yeah, hence you see that snick file is actually the one that's causing this. So yeah, it doesn't matter. I'll try and figure it out. Or the image will be built, and yeah. I love DevOps, but I also love building things. So I love being a full stack dev, and also being a DevOps engineer, and also being an AI engineer. So I love being a software engineer. I usually don't like limiting myself that much. So yeah, cool stuff. Creating the image, saving the Docker image. Cool. It's being pushed to There's a service that I discovered on GitHub. I didn't think it existed. It stores images. I was not. I didn't know about it until today. So I was like, oh, since that is possible, then we can do all these other things. Okay, yeah, it comes the continuous deployment pipeline, which it utilizes it also utilizes Argo CD. You can see that this is for local development. I'll also switch to production so that you see. Okay, it is completed. Now let's go back to that pipeline, and I'll make a manual switch from here. You can see that here it's staging, right? So now I'll switch to production so that you see what I mean. It'll run a new job. Let me click this so that you shows. So now we have production instead of staging. So you see, it has skipped the staging because for staging it's meant for local or dev environment, but for us to move to production, you see how it was also utilizing the Argo CD thingy me. Wait, let me see if I can pull it up. Sync you up. Okay, retry after. Let me synchronize. Okay, it is actually synchronized, so there's no need for me to. Let me refresh this. Okay, it's still healthy actually. It's still showing that it is okay. So yeah, Argo CD. It's in. You will see that it is actually here. What's the error? Let's see what the error is. Fail to load target. Blah 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 blah. Authenticated. Okay, I'll figure that part out. I'll sort it out some other time. It's not lost. Nothing is lost. Nothing. Let's go to the events. I know. Okay, nothing serious. The manifest. I'll try and figure out what the issue is. Wait. Recursive is false. Okay, cool. Doesn't matter. Okay, I'll try and figure out why this error is occurring. Okay, failed. I think there's a synchronization issue between GitHub and Argo CD on my side. I don't know. Probably there's something that I'm missing out on. I'm trying to figure out what this issue is all about. Wait, because nothing is showing here, so the app conditions, why? Revision head must be resolved. The revision head. Okay, let me sync this revision head. What's going on here? Maybe let me just select schema validation. Sync. Okay, wait. Don't know why I did that. Sorry about that. I'll try and figure these things out. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? What's the difference? I don't see any difference. So I'm guessing it is not refreshed. Hard refresh. Yeah, let's see what happens. It's still there. Why is it using head? Okay. Excuse me. Let me check the workflow. Okay, seemingly I did use head, yeah. So, yeah. I thought I'd selected the branch. I thought I'd use the branch rather than saying, but it doesn't matter. I'll figure it out. Oh, excuse me. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, so that was Prometheus. Excuse me. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And by the way, the beauty of using Docker Desktop is that when you're not sure about what's running and what's not running in the terminal, you can always come to either. You can always come here. Wait, am I going to be? Yeah. You can always come here and check graphically that, oh, it's running. And if you feel that you don't want to use that container anymore, you can always delete it. Yeah. And then if you want a quick link of it, you can always just click there and it'll show you, oh yeah, it is updated, right? Blah 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 blah. It is updated itself. So now, then for you, yeah, that's the beauty of why is an Nginx running? Nginx. Let me just investigate Nginx for a minute. Something is not right. It is running, but I'm not sure what's happening. Let me see what's happening. Wait, let me first. Excuse me. Supposed to be on curl 80, right? Okay, we have a 200, meaning that it's healthy. Let me just check what content it's actually serving. I'm getting a 200. Okay. also check the logs. Check the logs. Okay, cool. So it is, no, it's actually running. Yeah, it's actually running. I don't even know why I'm bugging. It's running. There's nothing wrong with it. So we can't really visualize it because it's a back end thing. So I ain't stressed about it. Not even the slightest. So long as the API is running and we have it running here, running the documentation here, I don't have any issues that much. But wait, let's just check again. I want to be sure that it's actually. Oh, yes, I'm checking Grafana because I have to check the other services. Just want to make sure that the server is running. Okay, I'm getting a. Why am I getting a 404 and a 302? Oh, okay, yeah, now I remember. I restricted it because of the authentication. Now I remember. That's right. Yeah, there are no issues. Yeah, there's an authentication that I applied. Okay, not the pipeline, not the plum. Wait. Yeah, it's actually at the main. Because you can't just do anything without, yeah, that's the, I'm just trying to figure something out first. Why is it saying this? Aren't you supposed to dynamically find that? Oh, it's me. I hard-coded these things. I forgot to update it. Description. This is very funny. Right. It's gonna give me a 201. Yes. Let me open this again. It's gonna give me an ID. To which pipeline to execute. Okay, cool. Then for us to execute, we need the ID. So we'll go to the schema. Okay, yeah. Seemingly there's a lot of work to be done on this API. Yeah? There's a lot of work to be done. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yes. Yes. Yep. I agree. But I need to have error handling. I need to have error handling. It's not picking it dynamically, so it should. Okay, it is. Yeah, it actually is because of. Remember what I did here. I think it's just a placeholder because of this thing that I did here. But I don't know why and how it's, not that I don't know how and why. installation, dispatch. Oh, it's on the workflow. Okay, yeah, it's on the workflow. And then here, what do we have? Yeah, I'll figure this out. But the long and short of it, it's all this is being displayed here on our. Okay, Prometheus is collecting the information, and then Grafana is translating the information uh, that is being collected from Prometheus. Yeah. The logs being displayed. Jordan, no, I don't need traces. Excuse me. Oh yeah, I'd have to input that here and then it will trace. I am not in the mood for that. Wait, dashboards. Okay, no. What do I have? Okay, I have to delete some of these dashboards. Yeah. I don't know what I was doing. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what I was doing here. I need to delete these dashboards. Library panels. So I need library panels first. Okay, now I get it. But I'll have to figure these out. Friends, that's why I will not. Will we be able to? Let me check the alerts. I haven't set up any alerts. Okay, yeah, I'll have to figure that out. Yeah, because I think the only thing that I set up were the data sources, and so that we're able to have the metrics here. So yeah, I think I'll have to figure that part out later. I'm not in the mood for that. But anyways, that's Nginx. Okay, Grafana is running because of that. So all this is being fed there. So I do not want to go into that. Because Prometheus is actually feeding that. So yeah. So I think yeah, it's feeding that information to Grafana. And then are we having any caches? Yeah. Somebody sending a post to red likely due to an attacker. Are you kidding me? I hope not. Hey, are you guys trying to hack me? What's going on here? Wait, put this here. Looks like someone's trying to hack me or something. Good luck. I wish you all the best. I have a powerful firewall. Try. No more. I'm not gonna put this anywhere closer now. Put it far. I have people who are naughty people up in there. Interesting stuff. You want to see something funny? I'll stop all these containers and see whoever's trying to hack me. Good luck. Stop. Go away. Yeah, let me me see. I've stopped all the containers. You can do whatever you want now. Funny people. Some people are funny. Yeah, I can stop this now. But anyways, so the idea was today, for those that don't understand what I was doing, today the idea was I was working on a DevOps project. So we were trying to run Docker containers being orchestrated by Kubernetes. One of those containers, there was the app container itself, and then we had an Nginx, the server container. Then we had monitoring containers, which were Grafana and Prometheus. Prometheus being the one that's collecting the data and feeding it to Grafana. Grafana being the one that's displaying the metrics on the dashboard. Those that didn't see it. Okay, I've closed. I was also using Argo CD. Argo CD being the one that's responsible for continuous deployment. And then for we had our pipeline here. Is the app still running? Wait, let me just check. Yeah, I've stopped it. Good. Wait, I've stopped it. Yeah, I've stopped it. It's actually the health thingy. Wait. Is the API running? Yeah, it's not running. Cool. That's just so we had SNCC being a security measure for the API, because we don't want, just like that person was trying to hack me, and fortunately they're not able to hack me because I use SNCC, and I also use I use Ocjet too. So, and then there's a firewall, and then this is in a container. It's a containerized environment. So if you're trying to hack me, you're trying to hack a container. So you're just wasting your time. I don't know why you're doing what you're doing. Anyways, then for deployment, we were using GitHub Actions. Wait, let me see if I can bring this closer. We had GitHub. The way that I set up the pipeline was you can switch between staging and production. So if you switch to production, you'll be able to switch to deploy into production. If you want to check out the dev environment side of things or the staging environment, you can always see if you're able to build the application locally, and yeah, you just toggle. Wait, let me just go back to this so that we see what we mean. Will it be visible? Wait. Normally you just come here. Yeah, you come here. You switch between staging and production. I hope that's visible. So that's how I set up my pipeline here. So you can be able to switch between production and development. Hence, we had, wait, just want to be sure. So we had this kind of situation here. So when I triggered the pipeline, obviously you can see which mode this was in. This was in production. So the only jobs that are going to run obviously this one will run every time because we need it. So when production is running, the local side of things or the staging side of things will not run, because actually this simply just means it's the dev environment, and you can simply just stage the dev side of things. So when this work job is running, this one is dependent on this. So whatever outcome it is results from here, then if the pipeline passes, then that's when deploying to staging works, and then this is simply just to check the deployment status of either of these jobs. So that's about CD pipelines. And like I said, I was using Argo CD for that. So yeah, so in a nutshell, you will be an intern or you will be a junior dev, but if you do these kind of things that I was trying to show you today, you may as well be a senior dev. Because for me, as much as I'm hired as an intermediate dev, but I always push myself, to have those senior dev skills and stuff like that. So yeah, so you may say, "Oh, Ernest is making it look like easy." No, you push yourself every day. You learn every day, right? Anyways, thanks for joining my live. We'll meet on the flip side, right? Peace out.